Alright, hey guys, it's Scissors. Welcome to the Pagan Perspective. It's Friday, I'm your host, and this week we are talking about spiritual materialism. And kind of if it's easy to get lost in the idea of having tools and get lost in the tools themselves, and whether or not it's viable to take a kind of oath of poverty. So I'm going to kind of go off of notes a little bit, so if you see me looking that way, that's why. Short answer, probably short video, yes. I think that it is actually very easy to get lost in tools. I've done it before where, I honestly love my tools. I really miss them right now, kind of. I'm trying to figure out how to rework my practice so that I'm still practicing regularly, but I don't have my tools, so it's a little bit disorienting. They're nice to have. I mean, tools can be absolutely beautiful. A full altar looks absolutely beautiful, I think. And it makes everything feel mystical and magical, and it's really nice to have that. But you can get the same feeling without it, although that's more difficult sometimes. It's a completely different feeling to have yourself sitting in a circle surrounded by candles, and like you have your athame and crystals all around you and things like that. It's a completely different feeling to if you are just sitting out in the woods by yourself and you don't have any of those things. It's different. And sometimes tools are just fun. They are very good for helping in visualization. For example, doing most active meditations, which I really like to do, especially having like a candle sitting in front of you while you're meditating and staring into the flame, or using water, a bowl of water in front of you, or gazing into a crystal. Those things are tools to help you visualize. The same with the wand and anathema. They're used to help you direct energy as a tool, to help you kind of see how it works. And while it's not necessary, it's really nice to have sometimes, especially for people who aren't very good at visualizing these things. However, they're not needed entirely. And we also develop really personal relationships with our altar items. I really, really like my wands, the two that I use regularly, or used to. I don't have them anymore because they're in Arizona. But you put your energy into them, and you get that energy back, and there's this exchange where you do have a personal relationship with it. And yes, it's a stick. It can be a crystal. It can be a lump of clay. You end up having a personal relationship with it. So yes, it is easy to get lost into the tools and how beautiful they are, and whether you buy them and they're expensive or they're dirt cheap, or you make them yourself or you're given them, it is easy to get lost in them. However, there's a flip side. Tools can also be extremely practical. I had a burning bowl, and Kara uses her cauldrons to burn paper. Those things are purely practical. Having bowls to hold water, while you don't need the water there, or you don't technically need to burn anything, those are tools that are used to have a physical purpose, that are practical. Fire is a very important part of many rituals, and if you don't have anything to keep it in, it kind of gets messy. So there's that. Also like pens and paper for inscribing things and so on and so forth. They're practical to have. Not absolutely necessary, but they're nice. The alternative to using tools at all, which would be taking like an oath of poverty or refusing to use any tools at all, would just be plain energy work, which is actually really fun to do, I think. I have gone through periods where I stopped using my tools because I don't want to be absolutely dependent on them. Because when you find yourself in a situation where you don't have your tools, but you need or want to do magic or ritual, then you kind of get lost. So I practice just plain energy work, not using any tools every now and then, just because I don't feel like I absolutely need the tools, And it's a good exercise to kind of keep myself in the headspace of being able to do it without. So yeah. Also, taking a leave of absence from our tools gives us the opportunity to get more in touch with nature, if we choose to look at it that way, because you aren't focusing on the items, you are focusing more on having a relationship with the earth and getting connected. And I can't read my handwriting. So I guess that's really all I need to say about it. It has both good and bad sides, but then again, everything does. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much, and blessed be.